You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The GOAT Shop on Hits 92.3, the real
definition of internet radio. I'm one of your hosts, Pushalini Da God.
GOAT Shop, Sports Talk Radio, what we talking about, man?
Man, don't ask me nothing about no Shannon Sharp, bro.
I'm Stony Brown, this is the GOAT Shop on Hits 92.3. They beat Brady that Super Bowl, it would have been free.
The entertainment, like that's why we talking about it. Because of the cap.
Man, don't ask me nothing about no Shannon Sharp, bro.
Morning. It's the GOAT. Damn, I ain't start the lives. Morning. It's the GOAT Shop. I'm your host, Stoner Brown. Happy 421, which means you survived the weekend. How'd I spend my 420? Working. I worked all day and then I slept all night. I was probably out by 7:30, 7 o'clock. I did partake in a whole bunch of 420 festivities at the job. I didn't get out into the street much, but yeah. Let me just start the live. If people know the phone number, I believe they should by now. I post it every day. Other than the only crazy thing that happened yesterday was a good friend of mine got shot in a drive-by at an event he was vending at. Yeah, and it wasn't even a 420 based event, it was just a regular event. So prayers and thoughts out to my boy Kyle from I'm Fried. Hopefully he's doing well. Hopefully I get a good update today. Somebody give me some information. I tried to contact him. Of course, he didn't answer, so I don't know. So hopefully I'll get a good update today. On other news, where someone did not make it, Pope Francis dies at 88 after meeting J.D. Vance 6 hours before. I don't know. I can't call it. I can't say what it was or what it wasn't, but the Pope Francis dies at 88 from complications. I think it's probably linked to that pneumonia case he caught last year, but it's just very coincidental that J.D. Vance visited 6 hours before he passed. Other crazy sports news this weekend: DeMar DeRozan gets in a fight at Benihana's. But I don't even understand. So what? Just because fandom should not surpass common sense and respect. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be a motherfucker fan so much that you can't get them a little respect and space when they out with their family having dinner. You said you was his fan. He didn't acknowledge you. Keep it pushing, bro. To walk over and try to get in this man's face and try to, I'm your fan. He don't care about you, bro. And he's not in fan mode. His team lost the playoffs. He's sitting at home. It's over. Why are you fucking with him? So, DeMar went over there and showed him what he really about. What's going on, Deuce? I see you. In other crazy, stupid ass sports news, apparently Kevin Gates has, since he started dating Brittany Renner, and they going heavy Muslim with it. Now he decides that every time he sees something on the internet, he's got to make a comment. And this time he decided that he had to comment on LeBron James and Savannah, saying that you don't even see Savannah happy to see LeBron James come home no more. First of all, how do you know this? Are you in their household? Do you spend any times with LeBron James and Savannah? I don't think so. So you're just making conjecture off of videos that you may have seen, uh, maybe of them being out or whatever. Who knows? But I would say to you, when you got 20 years of marriage in the fucking game, you could tell somebody about what their wife should be doing when the fuck they come home. Okay? You don't know nothing about these people's relationship. She can hate that nigga stinky drawers. They still together. In the same amount of time that he's had his one wife, you've had how many girlfriends and baby mamas? Okay? So sometimes you need to keep your comments to yourself. And of course, LeBron James, I guess in his 40s, he just decided to say fuck it. So he responds to to he responds to fucking Kevin Gates. I personally don't like Kevin Gates. So this is all go LeBron for me. He says the king doesn't respond to peasants. Of course not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Deuce called it right. Dude is chasing cause he becoming irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? This is the same dude that was messing with his cousin. This is the same dude who was beating on his girlfriend and writing songs about it. Anyway, hey Deuce, I saw you doing your movie shit too, man. Congrats, man. You know how I go, man. Glad you're doing some shit. Good to see you out there doing some shit. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, bro, why the fuck? And then of course, he has a comeback video, of course, another reply to LeBron, but it's like, bro, how long have 20 years of a relationship? Niggas don't like each other no more. Not like that. And if they don't, or if they do, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna figure it out because they still together. They not out in the street. Even like Will Smith and Jada, all the crazy shit y'all talking about them now is because we know so much about it. But until that shit came out, they still together. And however they make their relationship work, they make their relationship work. But you ain't never seen Savannah. Savannah James got a podcast. You don't never hear her talk no bad about their family. You know what I'm saying? They put fucking Gabrielle Union on the morning show one time, and she couldn't wait to tell everybody she was digging up Dwayne ass. Pause. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers, they got too much money to care about who likes who. That's what Deuce said. They got too much. Exactly, bro. It's business at that point. Who gives a fuck? Don't think just because you on this Muslim kick now that you the fucking authority on relationships. You the same nigga who was beating your girlfriend in hotels. I don't take no relationship advice. I'm not taking no relationship advice or thoughts of what you think of relationships from you. Okay? You got to brainwash a bitch to join a whole nother religion before y'all could be happy. Okay? And then you still out there on podcasts talking about you going to eat podcasts, host asses, and what you going to do. Come on, bro. Shut the fuck up. We're going on around. Yeah, I see you. Man, the fuck? That shit blew my mind. I was like, I know Kevin Gates, of all people, don't got something to say about LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? That's like motherfucking Batman and the Joker on the spectrum of who y'all are in relationships to women. One man who been married for 20 some odd years and a motherfucker who, listen, dating your cousin. Knowing it's your cousin, which is not surprising because, you know, Alabama has the highest rate of legal woman cousin marriages, with Louisiana not too far behind. Cousin marriages, where it's legal to marry your cousin and they document it on paper. Okay? Oddly enough, New York is on that list too as the top 5, which is I saw this shit. New York, California, Massachusetts, Alabama, Florida. Yeah, you can look this shit up. And I'm talking about hundreds of cousin marriages. I'm not talking about 10 or 20. I'm talking about hundreds. Like, what Ranye say? Wait, what? Yes, Ranye. Yes, Ranye. Cousin marriages running rampant. Documented cousin marriages, and I was on the. I'm sorry, dog. You know you can't watch this shit. You know you can't be watching my shit and be serious in life. I'm glad he wasn't driving the car. If you don't know, the numbers are number 5, Massachusetts, number 4, California, number 3, Florida. No. Number 3, New York, number 2, Florida, and number 1, Alabama for the most. Because these places probably don't. Other than Alabama, all these states that Alabama and Florida somewhat, but these are, mostly Democratic states, and Democratic states don't miss bureaucracy. That's how they pay all their bills. So they document everything. New York State is paperwork piled on top of paperwork. They document everything. You know what I'm saying? So with those documentations, somebody kept track that, hey, these guys are related. The law doesn't say they can't get married. Anyway, trying to have a meeting and all there. And all they hear is cousin marriage. But now they're informed. Now they have, now you all are on the same page. Forgot to mute my phone. Ryan, you learn like other people have learned. You never put Stoner Brown on the speakerphone. If you didn't learn these things, now you know today. I'm sorry you learned the hard way, but you never, ever put Stoner Brown on speakerphone. People who are watching on YouTube, if y'all would please watch on your phone and not on your TV, because you don't know who's going to walk by. You never know what you never put Stoner Brown on speakerphone. You just don't do it. Especially if you call me. If you call me and I'm in the middle of doing some shit, don't put me on speakerphone. Yeah, I was surprised. I saw that on Instagram today. Anyway, let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll go through the playoff scores. Playoffs kicked off Friday, and boy, what a weekend. Go shop, y'all.
Body image and positivity are major impacts in today's society. At Nurse to Beauty, we believe in bringing the beauty from within to the forefront. For those of you who are planning to have cosmetic surgery, Nurse to Beauty is ready and available for all of your postoperative needs. My name is Dontricia Dunham, and I am the registered nurse and owner. I have over 10 years of experience with emergency medicine that has aided me in giving quality medical care for cosmetic surgery clients. We specialize in a number of safe and effective options and solutions to help you achieve your ideal body image. Have a one-on-one virtual consultation via phone or private suite location. Have your lymphatic therapies and all other postoperative needs performed by a licensed medical professional. Mobile postoperative services are also available upon request. Not interested in cosmetic surgery at this time? No worries. We also provide an array of body modification services to fulfill all of your beauty enhancement requests. We understand how costly aftercare can be after a cosmetic surgery. Ask about our affordable payment plans today with instant approval and no hard credit check. Log on to www.nurse2beauty.com for more information. Call or text 404-849-0260. For education, client transformations, and reviews, follow all of our social medias at Nurse to Beauty. See you next time.
Hey, the secret's out. Hits 92.3 is now accepting submissions for brand new shows. That's right, you could become a radio personality right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. You don't have experience? That's okay. You don't live in Georgia? That's okay. You don't know what to do now? Now that's not okay. But your girl is here to help you out. Email us today at hits923newshow@gmail.com and tell us about your potential show with Hits. Again, that email address is hits923newshow@gmail.com. Don't be last. The slots are filling fast.
Morning. Damn. Had to get the stretching. I'm Stoner Brown. This is the GOAT Shop on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. You can watch us on YouTube, the GOAT Shop 404, Instagram Live, Facebook Live, on my pages, on my Stoner Brown page, and my real name page on Facebook. I'm not saying my real name. On the intranets. Even though most people should know my real name by now, but if you don't, you're not gonna know it now. Bunch of games over the weekend. Good playoff series this weekend, even though my team lost like fuck. Heat played the Hawks on Friday in the play-in. Heat won that play-in. The Grizzlies beat the Mavs 120-106. The Heat beat the Hawks 123-114, which led to both of them making into the first round of the playoffs. First round started off with Pacers versus Bucks. Pacers beat them 117-98, which was a good game. I watched that game. Pacers looked good. I'm not gonna lie. The Bucks did not look good without Dame. Giannis had I think Giannis had 36 points or no. Giannis had like 50-something points, something like that, because the rest of the team only put up 14 points combined. The rest of the starters. Can't remember what the number was, but I think it was, Yeah, Giannis had 36. Yeah, Giannis had 36 and 12 rebounds. And rest of the team put up 14 points off the rest of the starters. Sorry, not the rest of the team. The rest of the starters only contributed for 14 points. So that's 36 plus 14. That's 50 points right there. That means that the other 48 points came from bench players. But it wasn't enough to beat the Pacers. Pascal Siakam had 28 points and 7 rebounds. Tyrese Halliburton had 12 assists. So they just got beat. Nuggets beat the Clippers, which was somewhat unexpected because we really expected the Clippers to lock in, and they did. Harden got into early foul trouble, but so did Jokic. Didn't matter though, because in the end, Murray showed up, Gordon showed up. They just played a good game. Clippers played a good game too. Kawhi showed up. Kawhi had some, Kawhi showed up. Harden showed up as well. It's just that early foul trouble kind of threw them off. Knicks beat the Pistons 123-112. It was another good game. Knicks didn't really dominate in the first half, but in the second half they just came out and it was like, nah, we're not losing this. This is our house. We're gonna do this. And the big upset for me that night was, and I will have to admit, .net called it. Timberwolves beat the Lakers 117-95, sorry. Hitting 21 three-pointers from beyond the arc. So set a record on that. Warriors beat the Rockets 95-85. A lot of people were trying to figure out if the Rockets would be able to contain the Warriors' offensive push, and they did, but they did not put enough points up. They kept them to under 100 points, but they just did not put up the effort. They were not finishing. They didn't look so good. They looked kind of shell-shocked. Cavs beat the Heat as we all expected. Cavs came out. Hero came out with his best game. They didn't look bad. They didn't have it for the Heat. You know what I'm saying? They just did not have it for the Heat. Celtics beat the Magic. Magic made it a very close game, very tight game, 103-86. But in the first half, they were tied. They were up by one. You know what I'm saying? So the Celtics came out real flat at first, and then they started to get it together. Jason Tatum went down for a second on a play that they ended up calling a flagrant foul, which I did not see a flagrant foul, but there was contact. I saw the player going to make a play for the ball, but no, the officials called it a flagrant. He fell down. He hurt his wrist. They x-rayed his wrist and said there's nothing wrong with it from the x-rays, but pain is pain. You know what I'm saying? There may be nothing broken, but that doesn't mean that my wrist is not bruised. So, but they still went on to win the game. And then the Thunder had beat the snot out of the Grizzlies. I mean, I watched this game, and one time they were up by 54 points. They end up winning the game by 51. It is the largest margin that a team has ever beat another team in the first round. And there's only 6 teams that have ever beat a team by 50 points in the playoffs, period. It was ugly. It was ugly. Like, at one time, watching the game, OKC had went on a 28-2 run by the time they were putting up the little ticker to say 26-2, and then dudes scored again. So then it became 28-2. And then the next drive down after that, before it became a 30-point run. 28-2 means they scored 2 points, and since then didn't get 28 unanswered points. How the fuck? And then they asked John Morant, sorry, how did that happen? And he's like, I'll never play but that bad again. We hope not, nigga. Because I'm not gonna watch that bullshit. Y'all let these boys run up. They almost ran 30 points in y'all, bro. 30 points. And y'all couldn't score nothing and couldn't stop them either in that 30 points. That means they just scoring at will. And they were. Everything they put up was like, I don't know. I don't know if they turned the magnets on or turned the magnets off, or the basketball gods was on it, or somebody drank, got the Space Jam powers or something, the Monstars, whatever. Or maybe they took y'all powers. Maybe they took John Morant shooting and shit. I don't know. But god damn, 28-2, 28 unanswered points. I don't even listen, bro. I'd be firing niggas at the end of that game. Motherfuckers would be getting fired left and right. If I'm the GM, I might clear the whole fucking front office up. Y'all got to Y'all got to run suicides after the game. We not catching no planes back to wherever we going. We catching buses. If y'all don't win game 2, we catching a bus back to Memphis. The fuck? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? These niggas beat you by 51 points. Should nobody wife gave him no pussy that night. Okay? When you got home from that game, your girl should have pat you on your back like, man, better luck next time. Here's your pillow and your blanket. I'm sure you're going to sleep on the couch. You ain't getting no ass around here. Can't reward that. Can't be rewarded. That's going to send the wrong message. If I give you some booty after you lost by 51 points. I can't stand by that behavior. Here you go. There's dinner in the fridge. The fuck? Can you imagine being their kids and go, your daddy got beat by 51 last night. Oh my God. Shit, I couldn't go. My kids wouldn't go to school during the playoffs. Fuck that shit. Got beat by 51. You can't come back to the hood. You can't come back to the hood. Listen, y'all don't live in Atlanta. You can still see an Atlanta superstar from a Falcons team and somebody's gonna scream out 28-3. Niggas still mad about 28-3. Come on, bro. 51 points. Unreal. 28 unanswered points. I don't know. They're saying that. Huh? Oh, teachers versus students. Yeah, that shit's always hilarious. Yeah, that's what it was. It was a teachers versus students game for sure. It damn. What? They don't care. No, bro. I'm not gonna miss an opportunity to destroy your ego. Fuck out of here. Because that's the problem with people and kids nowadays. People don't, parents and friends and stuff, y'all be so fucking destroy these kids' egos so they can build it back up. You can't just let them go on life believing that they the greatest ever. Motherfuckers be letting their kids believe that they're the greatest thing to ever touch earth and they blessings and this and that. Nigga, what? You was peeing the bed for a certain amount of years. Okay? You don't remember when you only eat your chicken nuggets but peeling all the shit off the outside? Huh? You know, huh? But you're the fucking, you are the next generation. You are our future. You could be better than we are. But right the fuck now, you had a problem. You got problems spelling words. You can't tell there from there from there. Right. And you know why they like that? Because somebody told they stupid ass, it's okay. You don't have to know how to spell. Nobody told them. You ain't got the bully parent. You ain't got you know what? You want to know something? No booty for the losers. That's what Shaul said. No booty for the losers. Exactly. But that's parenting. You know why I ain't really care about niggas? I mean, my feelings got hurt, but you snap on me harder than anybody else. My daddy was vicious. So I heard, and my mama too. Don't let my mom come downstairs and all our buddies been hanging out all day and she walk in the room and oh my God, what does that smell? You niggas need to go shower. The ones who don't live here, go the fuck home and shower. You niggas smell horrendous. This is what little boys want to do with each other. That's how y'all smell. My mom did not. So you saying some shit to me in the street, nah, ain't gonna hurt my feelings. My grandmother once read my spelling work and was like, are you kidding? Is this what? You're not even paying attention in class, is what she said. You couldn't possibly be paying attention in class if this is what you wrote down on a piece of paper as your spelling words. My grandmother was an English teacher as well, so of course I knew there, and the proper spellings of all, and when to use them. Okay, and just for all you people who don't, won't is not spelled with an A. Okay, won't is spelled with an O. W-O-N-T, not W-A-N-T. It's not the same. One is a want and one is anyway. I'm sorry. I'm going down. Oh yeah, people don't never know when to use the extra O2, or the single O2. They just don't, or the number 2. They don't. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. People, that's why, sometimes I believe it's all a big, like we're in a Sims or some shit like that. Because there's probably somebody laughing at my disdain of people in English. If somebody go, look how he's so fucked up about the English language. There's somebody somewhere laughing about that shit. What's going on, bro? Oh, .net? Nah, he out. Nah, he out somewhere working. Right.
That nigga sent the text out.
Right, sent them. I told y'all. I was like, all right, bro, you was right. He was right. But I don't think they winning. They not losing game 2 like that.
Still in the position for the Lakers to win in 5.
Right. I even saw somebody put out a I saw someone put out a conspiracy theory about them losing the game to make sure that it's
that they win in 5. Well, as long as they win in 5, I don't care.
oh right. Well, I don't know. They might win in 6. It doesn't matter. As long as they win is up is what my mind is. You know what I'm saying?
What concerns me is how they lost.
Yeah, but I did. Minnesota hit 21 threes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, you had called it and I saw it. LeBron was taking plays off. Luka was taking plays off. Like there was a sense of urgency that I did not see there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was on purpose or if they just weren't locked in or what, but that wasn't the best game. That wasn't from what we've seen throughout the season and how they've beat Minnesota before throughout the season. It was something else going on. They wasn't the same team. You know what I'm saying?
I think they might be. No, not the team as a whole, but I hate to say it, people not gonna like it, but I think LeBron might be getting to that point. Like he's still able to give you a decent contribution.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're talking about like going up against the same matchup throughout a whole series, and then you got somebody like Anthony Edwards, I don't think LeBron has that left in the tank. Like he could probably best 90% of the league, but it's a few superstars out there like that he probably can't do anything with. And Anthony Edwards might be one of them. Might be one of them guys.
Mm-hmm.
I was just looking at the defense that Anthony Edwards was putting on LeBron. And LeBron was giving the ball up,
Mm-hmm.
and that was concerning for me as a Lakers fan. To see LeBron not really be able to do anything with the ball with that amount of size, pause. I just think maybe it's requiring too much of him to be able to get around to Anthony Edwards or somebody like that.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that's why the pickup of Luka was so important at this point in the game. I mean, in this point in his game, so that they could have a number one. But he wasn't even a good number 2 that night.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even a good number 2.
It's
or
looking like Austin Reeves might need to be
number 1,
number two. And
Yeah.
LeBron might need to be
But
number 3 and play cleanup and defense.
But it's not the first time we've seen that with LeBron. We saw that last season in the playoffs when we were like, damn, he can't even finish a dunk. Right now, he went for a layup and missed the layup, whereas in the past, he would have went for the dunk. So, a 40-year-old player, it goes both ways. There's amazing things that he's going to do at 40, and there's normal shit that he's going to do at 40. Normally, a young player comes along, the torch is passed, and you just the older gentleman out there playing your game. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what we're seeing with LeBron. Or that's what that's what we saw in that game last night for sure. And we've seen it throughout the season, times when he hasn't been the superstar. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But we haven't really, especially since Luka got here, we haven't really locked in on it.
Right.
Before Luka got there, we were amazed that Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura could make such an impact. You know what I'm saying? And then Dalton Connect comes off the bench and gives you 10, 15. You know what I'm saying? That was amazing to us. That's wow, where the fuck is this coming from? Because we all looking at the same LeBron. But I think we expected more in the playoffs. That's what it, you know what I'm saying? The difference is. And I think Minnesota came out trying to prove a point. That's all that was.
And Hachi is not really giving me enough on the offensive side, not as far as like scoring wise, but he doesn't have enough in his bag. Like,
yeah, he ain't got as many. He don't got as much as
easy
Austin
to defend
Reeves.
him. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Austin got moves.
All you got to do is just really close out on him.
Mm-hmm.
He not really taking you off the dribble. He not creating his own shots. It's either spot up or catch him in the post. And he got a little finesse down low, but not a lot.
Yeah, he ain't got no shake in the bag.
Yeah, like it's kind of like he's stiff, like almost like a Ron Artest. Like he has the physicality, but he doesn't have anything to put with it. So it's just like if you can tough it out on the defensive side when you're up against him, you know, it's probably gonna be you could defend the shot pretty well.
Yeah, he reminds me of like a Ben Wallace with a mid-range shot.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ben Wallace was banging down low, but if you got him out in the mid-range, he didn't have much moves. He didn't really have.
Yeah, away from the basket, he wasn't a threat.
He wasn't a threat. He didn't have no crossover. He didn't have nothing like that.
And the 3-pointer is the only reason why Rui is actually a threat away from the basket.
Away from the basket,
and that's
right?
not falling to
as much as it needs.
Man, come on.
No.
If I had to have a Jimmy Butler or a Rui Hachimura, I'm definitely
going Jimmy Butler. Hell
right.
Yeah.
That's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
And Jimmy's older than him. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but it's not the same position though. They're not.
They both play small forward. Well, now Rui at the 4 technically because they got LeBron playing the 3.
Right. I mean, even still, Big Red said, "Now on this wonderful Monday morning, gentlemen, will we not be
all right.
LeBron's?"
What I told
Shut
you.
up, Big Red.
I told you, bro.
Ain't nobody slandering the man.
They not gonna like it, but as a Laker fan,
we just saying we Lakers fans.
Man,
we can say what the truth is. Ain't nobody slandering LeBron.
I'm being honest with myself, man.
We ain't right, and I shouted your nephew out already. Goddamn, we already shouted Tatum out for the day, man. Goddamn. It's not slander, bro. It's shit. I'm 40. I know. You know what I'm saying?
When is his next game? Tomorrow?
Who?
LeBron.
Oh no, they play tonight. They should play tonight. No, they were the Saturday game, so the next game is gonna be Monday. It's tomorrow. Yeah. It was so they weren't there. They were the Saturday game. So yeah, the next game is gonna be Tuesday.
Tomorrow is gonna tell it all.
10 o'clock game.
If they drop both home games,
it's over
to Minnesota.
It's over. Straight up.
Y'all can take up for LeBron all you want. I'm not taking up for him.
There's nothing I don't understand why.
You know they're gonna find somebody else to blame it on. But in game 1, LeBron was not there.
No, he wasn't. I can agree. He wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I did not see.
Pissed me off.
Yeah. And in opportunities where he had to attack, he didn't. He was looking for the pass. And in other opportunities when he was trying to attack, you stumbling, you fumbling the ball, you can't figure out which direction to go to. You ended up trapped in the corner. How you end up trapped in the corner? Yeah, I mean they did throw a lot of different. It wasn't a bunch of different defenses. They were playing more of a loose zone. You know what I'm saying? And everybody had their assignments. But how you dribble into a double team and lose the ball? You LeBron James. But I can't say nothing because Luka did the same.
Yeah, but Luka did what Luka was supposed to do, though. He gave you a dominant first half.
He did.
He didn't have any backup. And that's what Luka normally is going to either give you the first half
or the second half.
Mm-hmm. I mean, 20 points in the first half. I think he might have had over 20, but like he was already on his way to having a 40-point night by the end of the first half. So like LeBron, I don't know, man. Somebody should have stepped up. If people don't want to blame it on LeBron, then blame it on somebody else. But Luka needs somebody to back him up, like because he's definitely got the hot hand. He has the hot hand right now.
He was hitting in the first half
because he's been scoring like that since the end of the regular season.
Yeah, second half it just looked like I don't know if he was tired or frustrated.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. He gives you too much.
Yeah, he not pacing himself.
Nah. But that's keeping him in the game, though. That's the whole thing that is concerning for me. Is like, how are we only able to get one player to actually be present when these teams are trying to establish momentum? Is like we need everybody scoring because you got to stop the bleeding. You can't keep
not just scoring,
go down and get momentum plays, and because eventually you're gonna start missing shots. So then defense is gonna be all the difference in the world.
Yeah, second half defense was trash. First half they played real tight. I think they just got tired. I don't know. They maybe just got tired, but we'll see tomorrow night. Tonight's games are Knicks Pistons again and Clippers Nuggets again. I was telling them earlier, I was extremely surprised to see the Nuggets beat the Clippers the way they did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they pulled it up.
They pulled it off
Pause.
because Kawhi definitely had a good game first half and wasn't bad second half. But I think what affected them was having to bench Harden for so long in the first half when he got early foul trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I really don't know what James doesn't really play defense, so he got to kind of lead that up to his teammates to give him some backup.
Shit, man, he was on it.
He was on it, but
he was on
it was getting him into foul trouble.
Right.
The refs kind of were picking on him, almost like telling him, like, bro, you know you don't play defense. Like, chill out. For real.
The refs is picking on.
That's what it seemed like.
There were some kind of, but it was on both sides too, because Jokic got early foul trouble that I was like, how? Why y'all on? They was on the Joker early too.
Yeah.
I don't know if the refs made up before the game that we're not going to let the superstars just have their way tonight. Everybody caught fouls.
Probably so.
That might have been a discussion that they had before. You know what I'm saying? Murray had a couple fouls in the second half. Kawhi definitely had fouls in the first half. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think they just decided to call the game real strict.
Yeah. But yeah, them having to bench Harden at the time when the Nuggets was making a push and then they got the lead, then they had to bench Jokic. So going into the half, Jokic and Harden are both sitting on the bench. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of became a shootout, especially coming into the third quarter. Third quarter was a shootout. Everybody's just shooting. No defense, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Fourth quarter, they kind of locked back in, but the Nuggets still pull out a big win. I was very surprised. I swore the Clippers was gonna win that. The Clippers just look like the better team all around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Especially early in the game.
Wasn't surprised that Golden State beat the Rockets, being that the Rockets have never beat Golden State in the playoffs. Never once.
It looked like the Rockets may be too young.
It's possible.
Golden State just has the experience. Like, no matter what the Rockets would do, Golden State would just keep running that same offense, giving that same effort, and eventually the Rockets started making mistakes, missing shots. It was over with.
Started getting too comfortable with that down low shit. Big Red says it's like boxing game. One of every series is a feeling out period. Let's give them Wolves credit. They took it to the Lake Show. Definitely. They came out with a game plan. They played very aggressive. They took advantage of Jackson Hayes. Niles Reed had a great game. He definitely had one of them X Factor games.
Yeah, Niles Reed is a problem.
Rockets in 6. What the fuck you talking about, Big Red? Big Red. Okay. I'm gonna take that bet.
Rockets in 6.
Okay.
Rockets in 6.
We're gonna bet you pick what breakfast place you want and we'll bet that.
Rockets
in 6? I got a Waffle House. I got an all-star breakfast on that. Shit. I don't see the Rockets in 6. Nah, I think Golden State is too good right now.
I'm just sitting here trying to see, like, Rockets in 6. We'll see game 2. All I can say, Big Red, is the Rockets got to win. If you think the Rockets going to win in 6, they better win game 2.
They got to win game 2.
Because they dropped one at home already.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to win on the road going against Golden State. Golden State plays their best basketball at home. It's on the road that they struggle. So if they're beating you at home in a series, you definitely got a reason to think twice before you go to Golden State. You might need to make some adjustments. Because I'm trying to think, what's my
TRVN.D. That's Terpene, ain't it? We're going on Terpene. I see you. Hope y'all doing good, fam. Yes, we are. Hope you're doing good as well.
what's my boy name? Shingun. He gotta get his game under control.
Mm.
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green wasn't looking bad.
Nah, he wasn't looking
He was
bad, but
definitely locked in.
it was Steph Curry was actually giving some great defense on him.
Oh yeah. Curry was playing defense that night too.
Crazy
defense. He was everywhere.
So
he was chasing them boys down. I was like, wow. He chasing them around the picks, chasing them through the coverage. I was like, wow.
It was one play he was on Jabari Smith, which was a total mismatch. You could see Smith like posting him up, throwing him around, and Curry was just coming right back like a pit bull. Like I was like, man,
shit. One time he went up for the shot and Curry knocked it right out his hand.
I'm like, he really trying to get a championship this year. Jimmy Butler lit a fire on that team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that shit was crazy. Damn, I just had it up. I was gonna talk about. Oh, here it goes. Before we get out of here, NBA put up their. Pusha told me about this last night. Award finalists for the 2024 to 2025 season. Damn, they don't got a synopsis. I gotta read this shit.
It was somebody had made
a chart, right?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Hold on. I thought I had it. Maybe I don't. Yep.
Yeah, they got they saying Nikola Jokic and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, top 2 for leading finalists for most valuable player. Jokic is 3 times along with to become the 3rd player along with LeBron James and Bill Russell to win 4 in 5 years. Damn, I don't care. Where's everybody else's?
All right.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah. NBA finalists for MVP: Giannis Antetokounmpo, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Nikola Jokic. Finalists for Rookie of the Year: Stephon Castle from the San Antonio Spurs, Zachariah Risache from the Atlanta Hawks, and Jalen Wells from the Memphis Grizzlies. Finalists for NBA Defensive Player of the Year: Dyson Daniels from the Atlanta Hawks, Draymond Green from the Golden State Warriors, and Evan Mobley from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Finalists for Most Improved Player: Cade Cunningham from the Detroit Pistons, Dyson Daniels again from the Atlanta Hawks, and Ivica Zubac from the LA Clippers. Sixth Man of the Year finalist: Malik Beasley from the Detroit Pistons, Ty Jerome from the Cleveland Cavaliers, and Peyton Pritchard from the Boston Celtics.
Peyton Pritchard for sure.
NBA Clutch Player of the Year finalists: Jalen Brunson from the New York Knicks, Anthony Edwards from the Minnesota Timberwolves, and Nikola Jokic from the Denver Nuggets. And Coach of the Year finalists are Kenny Atkinson he's from Cleveland Cavaliers, JB Bickerstaff from the Detroit Pistons, and Ime Udoka from the Houston Rockets.
They don't got JJ Redick on there?
Nah.
That's crazy. JJ Redick should get Coach of the Year. That is crazy. But yeah, I definitely going Mobley with Defensive Player of the Year. Cade Cunningham, of course, for Most Improved Player of the Year. Clutch Player? I mean, if Jokic gonna get the MVP, he might as well get the Clutch Player as well. It's about the same thing in my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I can't give it to Edwards.
I think Brunson more clutch than Jokic.
Yeah. I can't give it to Edwards because you keep getting too many technicals. You costing the team points every time you do that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's not clutch.
I mean, clutch is just who closed the game out the best. That's
yeah,
what clutch is. Their technical fouls don't go into it's not part of the criteria. Like, I get what you're saying, but they're not taking that into account.
Yeah, but that's what I would definitely take that into account. If you're harming the team, you're not clutch. You know what I'm saying? If you're Draymond Green getting into bullshit all the time, I don't care how many points you put up, you're not clutch. At times when the team needs to be clutch, you throwing us off. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, as long as it's not in the fourth quarter and it's not costing them the lead, it really don't matter.
Yeah. Big Red says, it's them young boys' first playoff game. Van Fleet and Dylan have playoff experience. If the coach plays the right lineup,
they a big
ass team.
Yeah, they tall.
They are tall. Height. They definitely got height and length. Same as OKC.
They don't have Golden State experience though. I'm sorry.
That experience is what's gonna matter. Same as OKC. OKC is a big, tall team, and it does frustrate players, but experienced players gonna figure their way around that shit.
Pause on the big, long, tall.
Pause. Monday, so we already went through the games for tonight. Not really a whole lot of other sports going on other than baseball. Hockey.
Oh yeah, Stanley Cup. I've been watching a little hockey.
Yeah, I've been watching a little hockey.
Hockey is actually probably more fast paced than everything except for basketball.
Yeah,
that's
definitely
definitely
up and down.
Damn, Red said JJ Redick.
Yeah, Red. JJ Redick, coach of the year. Haha, what? No, it's not. No, not haha. Look what they did. He turned that team into a 50-win team in one season. With all the players that they had, they got rid of players. You got rid of Anthony Davis, who your team was built on top of, and still was able to make it to the playoffs. Not just make it to the playoffs, went into the playoffs ranked number 3. When's the last time the Lakers went into the playoffs ranked number 3?
This their highest seeding since the COVID year.
Exactly.
If he got to make it out of this series, bro. If he can't beat Minnesota, he's not the coach of the year. Because his coaching is why it look like they finna lose. In that first game, you got to figure out how to defend that 3-pointer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he definitely had way too many 3-pointers being taken and hit. Anyway, it's Monday, so we'll be back Wednesday. By then, we'll have a whole bunch more playoff games to talk about. We'll have a better understanding of who's doing what, where they're going, and we'll be closer to the next step of finding out who will be the NBA champions this year. Boston looked, I don't know. They came out flat. They came out so flat. If they came out flat like that against OKC, it might have been a 30-point game. You feel me?
Yeah.
If you came out flat like that against just so happened y'all were playing Orlando, and they did put up the best fight they could. They did put up the best punch they could, but they just didn't have enough.
I think that's what Boston is struggling with anyway. That's the way I put it. I'll just say they're struggling with it. I won't say that's their biggest hurdle, but they just have some games where they don't seem to see the need to compete early.
Right.
And then once they realize they could potentially lose,
then all of a sudden they wake up.
But you can't do that against OKC. You probably can't do that against Cleveland either.
Yeah. Anyway, it's the GOAT Shop, man. When we come back, we'll have more sports. It's your boy Stoner Brown.
I'm Pushalini Da God.
We out.
Peace.
Decatur, Lithonia, Conyers, Covington, McDonough, and all surrounding areas. Something Special Bar and Lounge presents Music Bingo and Karaoke. That's right, you heard me. Music Bingo and Karaoke. Every Wednesday is Something Special Bar and Lounge. On the 1 and 2s, we got DJ P-Joe. Not to mention, we got the host with the most. Kells, we got drink specials, plus the full kitchen, seafood dip, salmon bites, sweet heat wings, jerk chicken egg roll. From 5 to 7 is our happy hour. Mix and match, 2 items, looking for good vibes, delicious drinks, delicious food, Something Special Bar and Lounge. 1377 Old McDonough Highway, Conyers, Georgia. The best spot on the east side. Express lunch on the go. Not to mention now open for lunch from 11 to 3, Monday through Friday. Look us up on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Something Special Bar and Lounge.